We have been taught that civilization is entirely an invention of the old world. That view is very firmly embedded in our own cultural arrogance, that it all began here between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. Certainly nobody until very recently has been open to consider the Americas as a place where civilization might have begun.
As society got more advanced in this time, it seems we have less and less dependence on astronomy. Why would astronomy play as big of a role in them where everything is pointing to X, Y, and Z stars?
Well, first of all, let's consider what we mean by advanced. What is an advanced civilization? Are we really an advanced civilization? That is one of the mistakes in looking for a quote-unquote advanced civilization in the past, is that we tend to be looking for ourselves.
Nestled in the verdant landscape of County Meath, Ireland, Newgrange stands as one of Europe's most enigmatic prehistoric monuments. This ancient passage tomb, part of the larger Brú-na-Bóinne complex, is renowned for its precise alignment with the winter solstice sunrise.
On the summer solstice, you're going to see the sun rising far to the north of east. Go there on the winter solstice, you're going to see it far to the south of east.
Constructed over 5,000 years ago, Newgrange has captivated scholars and visitors with its mysterious origins, intricate megalithic art, and its dual role as a ceremonial site and burial place. Its discovery and study have peeled back the layers of Neolithic society, revealing their engineering prowess and deep spiritual and astronomical understandings.
And that's why we get the astrological ages. Again, mainstream science sneers at these things.
Interestingly, while Newgrange was known to the local population of the Boyne Valley, it didn't capture the attention of scholars and historians until much later.
To think that somebody was here 5,000 years ago, I think it must be as close to immortality as you could hope to get to.
The journey of rediscovering Newgrange began before the scholarly world took an interest, when it was merely part of the local folklore and agricultural landscape. It wasn't until the late 17th century that it started to draw scholarly eyes, notably through the works of Sir William Wilde in the 19th century. Wilde, better known as the father of playwright Oscar Wilde, was an accomplished antiquarian who documented various archaeological sites across Ireland. His works laid the groundwork for future explorations, though the most pivotal moment for Newgrange came in 1699 during an everyday activity: road construction.
A lot of archaeology that gets done doesn't get done because of a targeted search. It may be because a dam is being built or a new highway is being built.
The landowner, Charles Campbell, needing stones for building a road, directed his workers to the large mound on his property. As they dug into the mound, they unexpectedly broke through to a main passageway, unveiling the entrance to what they would soon realize was an ancient passage tomb. This accidental breakthrough led the workers to explore the inner chambers and passageways, where they discovered human bones and possible grave goods, suggesting that the site was used as a burial ground. These initial, albeit informal excavations began to reveal the megalithic art and the structural complexity that Newgrange housed.
I can't help thinking time capsule, that there was an intention to preserve this.
Recognizing the potential importance of the site, Campbell made initial records of the discoveries. However, these records were quite rudimentary and didn't capture the full archaeological value of the site. As word spread, Newgrange began attracting visitors and curiosity seekers by the early 18th century, turning it into an early form of a tourist attraction. These early tourists left behind accounts that provide a valuable perspective on the site's condition and the public perception over the centuries. The rekindled interest in Newgrange had a significant impact on the study of Neolithic Ireland, leading to more systematic studies and eventually to the extensive excavations carried out by Michael J. O'Kelly in the 20th century.
First of all, Professor, how did this great big stone and so many of them get up here?
Many of these big stones were lying about on the land surface since the end of the Ice Age.
An interesting comparison can be drawn between the rediscovery of Newgrange and the uncovering of Pompeii in 1748, where workers constructing a palace for the King of Naples accidentally stumbled upon the remains of the city, buried since 79 AD by volcanic ash from Mount Vesuvius. Both discoveries, made during routine construction, opened windows into ancient civilizations. offering unprecedented insights into their daily lives, spiritual beliefs, and practices. However, while Pompeii provides a snapshot frozen in time, Newgrange offers a glimpse into a far older, less understood epoch spanning several millennia, bridging our modern world with the deep past of ancient societies. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Newgrange, it's clear that this ancient site holds more than just historical significance. It serves as a testament to the evolutionary journey of archaeological interpretation itself. Beginning in the 19th century, Newgrange started to capture the scientific imagination thanks to its enigmatic allure and the intricate carvings adorning its stones. Early archaeologists and antiquarians meticulously documented the site, establishing a detailed record of its dimensions, carvings, and overall structure. These foundational studies were pivotal in beginning to understand the complex nature of this prehistoric monument. Initially classified as a passage tomb in the early 20th century, a typical Neolithic structure characterized by a circular mound with a long, narrow passage leading to a central chamber, Newgrange aligned well with other similar European structures based on its architectural features and the human remains discovered within. However, modern interpretations have suggested a broader role for Newgrange, hinting at its function as a ceremonial or ritual site due to its elaborate construction, astronomical alignments, and extensive use of symbolic artwork. This suggests that Newgrange might have served multiple communal purposes throughout the centuries, far beyond its initial categorization as merely a burial place. The mid-20th century brought about a transformation in our understanding of Newgrange, spearheaded by Professor Michael J. O'Kelly's groundbreaking excavations from 1962 to 1975.
We have a quite new and intriguing problem to solve. Perhaps next year when we can excavate farther into the mound.
His extensive and scientifically rigorous work systematically revealed the structural integrity and design of the site, showing how the Neolithic builders expertly constructed the mound and its internal passages. Among his most notable discoveries was the winter solstice illumination, a phenomenon where the sunrise on the shortest day of the year illuminates the main passage and chamber through a specially designed roof box. This discovery confirmed that Newgrange was precisely aligned with astronomical events, indicating a sophisticated understanding of solar movements by its builders. However, O'Kelly's restoration efforts, particularly the reconstruction of the white quartz facade, stirred both acclaim and controversy. While these efforts aimed to protect and stabilize the structure, some critics argued that they might not truly reflect the site's original appearance. Despite these debates, O'Kelly's work has been crucial in preserving Newgrange for future generations and maintaining its status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. An interesting theory that has emerged about Newgrange is its potential role in shamanic practices.
That advanced civilization emerged out of shamanism itself.
Some scholars suggest that the intricate carvings inside the tomb, especially the spirals and other geometric motifs, could represent shamanic visions or cosmological maps.
Shamans are very observant of the cosmos and of what is going on in the cosmos.
According to this theory, Newgrange might have served as a sacred space where shamans entered trance states, with the winter solstice light acting as a catalyst for celestial journeys or communication with the ancestral spirits. The site features a unique architectural element known as the roof box, ingeniously designed to allow sunlight to penetrate the passage at sunrise on the shortest day of the year. This small aperture is strategically positioned to catch the first rays of the sun as it rises, illuminating the inner chamber in a breathtaking display of ancient precision. The significance of this event extends beyond its architectural marvel. It lasts approximately 17 minutes and is believed to have held profound ceremonial importance for the Neolithic community. Scholars suggest that this phenomenon might have symbolized the rebirth of the sun, heralding a new year and promising renewal for the community. It likely served as a moment of social and religious reawakening, reinforcing the community's connection with the cosmos and marking a time of celebration and reverence. Today, the allure of Newgrange during the winter solstice continues to draw crowds from around the globe. A lottery system is now in place to manage the number of visitors who wish to experience the solstice from inside the chamber, highlighting the enduring spiritual significance of this ancient observance. The experience offers a unique glimpse into the past, allowing modern visitors to connect with the astronomical achievements of an ancient civilization. Notably, human bones found within the chambers suggest that Newgrange was used as a burial site, though not uniformly across all chambers. This selective usage adds to the mystery of Newgrange, indicating it may have served multiple functions, possibly as a final resting place for important members of the community. Drawing a parallel with another marvel of ancient engineering, the Egyptian pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, we see a similar integration of astronomical knowledge into architectural design. Like Newgrange, the Great Pyramid is precisely aligned with celestial events, thought to have been oriented with the pole star of the time, Polaris. This alignment not only underscores their function as tombs or temples, but also as calendars or astronomical observatories, embedding the movements of the sun, moon, and stars into their structures. Both Newgrange and the Great Pyramid stand as testaments to the advanced astronomical understanding of their builders, bridging the earthly and the divine in their monumental designs.
Some 13,000 years ago, a group of people from Asia walked across a land bridge that connected Siberia to Alaska and headed south. It was long held that there was only one founding population and that their route was up through Siberia. The first settlers made it to the Americas.
Deep in the remote forests of Siberia lie the Gornaya Shoria megaliths, colossal granite blocks so vast and precisely aligned that they dwarf even the great stones of the Egyptian pyramids.
But remember that the ancient Egyptians tell us in many of their texts that everything they knew was a legacy.
With some weighing in at an astounding 3,000 to 4,000 tons, these structures pose a tantalizing question. If our modern machinery would struggle to maneuver such massive stones today, how could ancient humans have possibly constructed them?
Let's consider what we mean by advanced. What is an advanced civilization? Are we really an advanced civilization?
This mystery invites us to explore not only the breathtaking scale of these megaliths, but also the advanced yet unknown technologies that might have been used in an era long past.
That is one of the mistakes in looking for a quote-unquote advanced civilization in the past, is that we tend to be looking for ourselves.
The Gornaya Shoria megaliths, sometimes referred to as the Shoria megaliths, are a series of massive and mysterious stone structures located in the southern Siberian region of Kemerovo province. This part of Siberia, known for its rugged and forested landscape, forms a continuation of the mountainous belt that includes the famous Altai Mountains, stretching into Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China. The harsh Siberian climate, marked by severe winters and brief summers, coupled with the mountainous and densely forested terrain, makes archaeological expeditions to this area particularly challenging.
The huge areas of the Earth where only minimal archaeological investigations have ever been carried out. I get it, it's a very tough place to work, and besides, archaeology has the view that there's not much to find there.
The megaliths didn't attract significant academic attention until the 21st century, despite earlier mentions by local historians and enthusiasts during the Soviet era. The shift in interest came largely due to the increased availability of information online and the efforts of local explorers like John Jensen and Dr. Valery Uvarov.
I recognize some patterns that appear to be man-made or at least non-natural.
Their publications and photographs, which highlighted the scale and precision of the megaliths, spurred wider interest and debate. Although the area remains underexplored in formal archaeological terms, the physical attributes of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths are particularly striking, dwarfing even the largest stones used in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which weigh around 80 tons. The precision with which these stones are cut and aligned, exhibiting flat surfaces, sharp angles, and tightly fitting joints without mortar, suggests an advanced level of engineering skill. This craftsmanship is reminiscent of the famous Inca walls in Cusco, Peru, where similarly interlocking stones have withstood centuries of seismic activity. A comparison is often drawn with the walls of Sacsayhuaman in Cusco, Peru, another site known for its high-precision stonework.
Incredible megaliths there, which archaeology gives entirely to the Incas, even though the Incas themselves recognized and honored the work of predecessors.
Both the Gornaya Shoria and Sacsayhuaman sites display an extraordinary level of stonework that challenges our understanding of ancient engineering capabilities. However, the sheer size of the stones at Gornaya Shoria makes the site even more perplexing, raising intriguing questions about the logistics of stone transport and manipulation by ancient builders. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths have captured the imagination of many, but they also offer a fascinating case study for geologists who propose that these giant formations could be entirely natural. Various geological processes, particularly those involving glaciers and tectonic activities, might explain their formation without needing to invoke theories of human or extraterrestrial involvement. During the last ice age, massive glaciers moved across landscapes, carrying large boulders known as erratics far from their original quarries. As these glaciers retreated, they left behind these huge stones. Additionally, as the ice moved, it could polish and create striated marks on the surfaces of these rocks, contributing to the smooth and flat appearances that some of the Shoria megaliths exhibit. This is not uncommon in other parts of the world where glacial activities have shaped the terrain. Beyond glaciation, the processes of weathering play a significant role. Chemical weathering, where the rock interacts with the environment, can dissolve weaker materials in the stone, leaving behind angular blocks that might appear artificially carved. Meanwhile, the freeze-thaw cycles typical of Siberia's harsh climate cause the rocks to crack and break naturally along lines of weakness, forming the angular structures observed today. The region's intense seismic activity also contributes to the megaliths' mysterious shapes. The area is prone to movements in the earth that can fracture bedrock, creating sharp, angular formations that mimic the appearance of quarried stone. These natural fractures, caused by faulting and the pressure of tectonic forces, suggest a plausible explanation for the megalith's geometric precision. As tectonic forces lift and fold rock layers, pressure release can also occur, leading to a process known as exfoliation. This causes the rock to break off in sheets or segments, forming large, flat slabs that might look like the work of human hands. An interesting parallel can be drawn with California's Devil's Postpile National Monument, known for its symmetrical, hexagonal columns of basalt formed by the slow cooling of a lava flow and subsequent contraction cracking. This site exemplifies how complex and regular structures can form through natural geological processes, demonstrating that the precise and orderly structures we see at Gornaya Shoria could also be the product of dynamic earth processes. Not only have the Gornaya Shoria megaliths captured the interests of geologists, but also ignited a flurry of archaeological theories. Some researchers propose that these vast stone structures are the product of an advanced yet unknown ancient civilization. This theory is supported by the megalith's precise cuts and alignments, which imply the use of sophisticated stoneworking technologies that surpass those known from other ancient cultures of the same era.
Are we looking at the traces of a forgotten episode in human history? I think so. I think that's what's going on here.
These observations lead some to speculate about possible cultural and technological exchanges between distant civilizations, suggesting that the builders of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths could have been part of a widespread network. This network might have facilitated the spread of architectural and engineering skills across vast distances, much like how architectural styles were shared along the Silk Road. In addition to these mainstream archaeological views, there are several alternative theories that touch on more unconventional narratives. One such theory suggests that extraterrestrial beings could have influenced the creation of the megaliths. Proponents of this idea argue that the scale and precision of the stonework exceed what would have been technologically feasible for humans at the time, drawing parallels to other mysterious ancient sites like the Nazca lines in Peru, which feature designs that are best viewed from the air. Another intriguing hypothesis posits that these megaliths were the work of a now-lost civilization that had access to advanced technologies for manipulating stone, construction, and possibly even geolocation. Technologies that were superior to those of known ancient cultures and which could have been lost following a cataclysmic event like a massive flood or volcanic eruption, reminiscent of the legendary Atlantis. A comparison with the Baalbek temple complex in Lebanon, particularly the Trilithon, offers further context. The Trilithon features 3 massive stones, each weighing between 800 to 1,000 tons, meticulously placed upon rows of smaller blocks.
This is called the Trilithon. Each of these 3 blocks weighs 900 tons.
The similarities in scale and construction techniques between Baalbek and Gornaya Shoria raise additional questions about the ancient capabilities in quarrying, transporting and assembling such enormous stones. Just as the precise alignment of the blocks at Gornaya Shoria suggests advanced engineering skills, the Baalbek stones are also fitted with such precision that not even a piece of paper can slide between them. This remarkable precision across both sites suggests a sophisticated understanding of stonework that challenges our perceptions of ancient engineering. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths pose significant challenges for researchers and archaeologists attempting to uncover their secrets. The region is famously difficult to access, characterized by dense forests and mountainous landscapes that are tough to navigate. The climate further complicates research efforts, with harsh winters that bring heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures, limiting fieldwork to the brief Siberian summer months. The nearby settlements offer limited resources, making it challenging to support sustained scientific activities. Accommodations, roads, and communication facilities are all less developed, which is essential for conducting large-scale archaeological excavations. This lack of local support, combined with a general prioritization of resources towards more well-known sites, means that Gornaya Shoria often remains overlooked in broader archaeological explorations.